Welcome back everybody to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little different today. Today I'm going to be talking about Canadians' housing market, how it's going in Canada so far, how news and mainstream media is reporting it, and today I'll be breaking down some, housing prices in the major cities and other numbers like that. So first going over how mainstream media is reporting it and how I guess we are seeing it from the media point is kind of like this. I'll go over some headlines here. Our starter home's still affordable. Canadians' housing market has rebounded sharply. Politicians point fingers on housing crisis. Surge of buyers speed up Canadians' housing market. Barriers. And one more bigger one down here is an opinion article from the Globe and Mail. Canada's housing affordability crisis comes to Alberta. Now, some other big headlines here. Canada's housing crisis nears boiling point. This article was just released this month in 2023, and this one was actually just posted last month. Average Canadian house price rose to $716,000 in April, up $100,000 since January. Now I'll play a quick clip here shortly, but think about this first. What is 20% down on a home that's $716,000? And you ask me if that's easily obtainable for you.
We were putting in bids and we thought we were being competitive. We would go, $100,000, $200,000 over the asking price, and we were getting outbid by $100,000 to $200,000.
Warder and his family are in the same boat as so many other Canadians. Double-income household, good jobs, a kid and a dog, and in need of more living space. But they're stuck in a condo downtown.
You should be able to afford a house.
In theory, we should, yeah.
Okay, welcome back here, guys. I'm just going to go over some numbers with you guys, some income and housing prices. So, Statistics Canada reported that the median after-tax income of Canadian families in 2021 was $68,400. If you are from the United States and you're watching this, that converts to about $51,750 with today's conversion rate as of June 26, 2023. Going to the next clip here. I'll go over, you saw that Toronto clip, so I'll go over some Toronto prices here. This is from the Canadian Real Estate Association. So, reported in the first quarter of this year, a single detached home costs about $1,270,000. A semi-detached $1 million. Condo, call it about $750,000, $760,000, and an apartment $630,000. And you see these prices. Now this number, it decreased by 18.8%, 23%, 17.5%, 14%, and it's at these prices still. Now we can scroll to somewhere like Edmonton. So a single detached home here is $425,000, $239,000, and $170,000. Now you may ask, okay, obviously there can be an income difference on these cities. Not really. I pulled some numbers here, and the take-home pay for a household in Toronto is $84,000 with these house prices. Okay, obviously there's a lot of more some high-income earners in Toronto that can afford these prices, but when you look at the median price versus the median household income, it's quite crazy. If you want to start a family in Toronto, have a dog, have some kids, let's say your median household income is $84,000 with this median house price of 1.2 million. Let's say you go semi-detached for $1 million. That's quite hard to obtain, in my opinion. But if you go to somewhere like Edmonton, actually the median take-home pay for a household is $80,000. So they're only taking about $4,000 less home per year. That's not a month. And then you look at these house prices. You want to start a family, single detached home, $425,000. Now you tell me what is a lot more obtainable and what's a lot easier to get 20% down on, because as you know, here in Canada, if you want to avoid insurance on that mortgage loan, you have to at least put down 20%, and if you put less than 20%, then you have to pay insurance, loan insurance on that mortgage. Now going to another place like Halifax, you have the average housing price of $529,000. This is the capital of Nova Scotia, which is on the east coast of Canada. And you see the housing prices, even with interest rates rising. Look at this, $490,000. It dipped down to $484, then it peaked back to $496, $507, now $529. Okay, and this source is from the Canadian Real Estate Association. These sources. Now look at the interest rate here in Canada. Obviously, all around in other countries, you might be familiar, especially with the U.S., rising interest rates. Back here in 2022, 0.25, 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.5, 3.25, 3.75, 4. So these interest rates are rising, which, as you may know, is the purpose of to tackle inflation. Inflation has came down from 8% to about 4.2% as of this month. They're actually about to report the inflation number this week, and I think they have a consensus of about 3.6% on that. So you see, obviously, when these raise interest rates, you're trying to prevent people from financing, getting loans, getting mortgages, and having people spend less money to tackle the inflation problem. But it seems like with this rise in interest rates, housing prices in certain cities are still going up, and housing is still incredibly expensive. And you can see, like I explained earlier, there's not really an income difference from Toronto and Edmonton, but you can literally get a house for 1/3 of the price, and I showed some screenshots earlier for you guys. So that's my brief analysis on the housing market in Canada. It's up to you to call it a crisis or not. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and drop a like. Have a good day.